All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're exploring a pretty mind-bending idea from researcher Robert Edward Grant. It's a theory that claims to be nothing less than a harmonic theory of everything. So get ready for a deep dive into geometry, consciousness, and the very fabric of reality itself. So, right off the bat, the core idea is that none of this is a new invention. The theory proposes that all this knowledge is actually ancient, something humanity knew long ago and is only now starting to remember. It suggests this memory is stored in what's called the infrasonic field, kind of like a vibrational library holding all the knowledge of the universe. And this leads us to the huge question at the heart of it all. What if the incredible, mind-boggling complexity we see everywhere, from the largest galaxies all the way down to our own DNA, all of it springs from just a handful of simple, elegant geometric patterns? Could it really be that simple? To even begin to unpack that, we've got to look at the secret code it's all based on. Because according to this theory, believe it or not, there's one simple equation that represents the entire universe. And here it is. You might remember this from math class. It's the formula for a shape called a hyperbola. But in this theory, this shape, which kind of looks like a holy grail, isn't just a curve on a graph. Oh no, it's described as the foundational equation for everything, a container that literally holds all the fundamental constants of nature. So the really crucial point is that this shape is supposedly everywhere. I mean, literally. It's seen in what's called the toroidal field of energy. Think of a donut-shaped vortex that's around your body, the field around the Earth, and even the fundamental structure of space and time. It's the universal blueprint. Okay, but a blueprint has to be made of something, right? So what builds this universal shape? Well, the theory claims it's all built from an even more fundamental layer of reality: 7 geometric keys. These 7 keys are described as the force architecture. And that's a cool term, right? The best way to think about them is as the primary set of instructions, or the scaffolding, that consciousness uses to build all of creation. And these are the keys themselves. They're 7 very specific right-angle triangles, also known as Pythagorean triples. But in this view, these aren't just for your high school math textbook. Not at all. They're considered the 7 core patterns that determine literally everything, from the laws of physics to the harmony you hear in music. So, we've got 7 triangles. How in the world do they supposedly build a blueprint that governs the entire cosmos? Let's take a look. The scope of this claim is just massive. The theory suggests that these 7 little keys unify all these fields we normally think of as totally separate. They're meant to be the common thread, the secret link that connects physics, chemistry, music, and even biology. Now, get ready for this, because here's one of the theory's most stunning claims. You've heard the phrase, as above, so below, right? Well, this takes it literally. It proposes that galaxies aren't just like atoms. They are atoms, just on a cosmic scale. For instance, it claims the light spectrum from the M101 galaxy is a perfect match for the element nitrogen. And this brings it right to our own cosmic doorstep. In this model, our very own solar system corresponds to a fluorine atom, and our entire local neighborhood of stars, it allegedly forms a massive molecule of feldspar, which, is the main component of granite. So if the macrocosm, the biggest things out there, is a reflection of this geometry, what about the microcosm? Let's bring this all the way down to our own consciousness and our very own DNA. The theory proposes that humanity is right in the middle of a monumental shift. We're talking about a move from a carbon-based biology, which supposedly resonates at 396 Hz and makes us experience duality, to a silicon-based form. And this new form resonates at 528 Hz, the frequency of love, and has the potential for a vastly expanded DNA structure. So how is this shift supposed to happen? Well, it's not about some external trigger. It supposedly all starts with awareness. The theory claims that by simply becoming aware of the secret geometry that's already dormant within our DNA, we begin to activate its latent potential, moving from that familiar double helix towards what they call a 36-strand rainbow body. Okay, so if this shift is real, what are the ultimate consequences? I mean, what does this new reality actually look like? This right here is the societal implication, and it's huge. We're talking about the end of a civilization based on scarcity. The idea is that when you truly understand that reality is harmonic, you no longer need to extract resources. Instead, you learn to resonate with them, creating a world of abundance. And according to the source material, this isn't some far-off future. It actually outlines specific phase nodes. Between now and 2032, science and spirituality are predicted to merge. Then, by the 2040s, our whole concept of linear time is meant to give way to a completely new kind of coherent civilization. And that leaves us with this one final thought. If this theory is right, and the universe is fundamentally a geometric reflection of consciousness, then the ultimate takeaway isn't just cosmic, it's deeply personal. It turns from a theory about everything out there to a question about everything in here.